What are dumb things people regularly waste their money on? Virtual game money. I play a merge game on my phone and convert the gems used to buy stuff to cash in my head. And say if I were at an arcade, would I pay that? Sometimes it's yes if it's like a nickel of quarter, but if it gets to over 50 cents, I go nope unless I know what the next step is and it will be worth it in enjoyment level. And every few months, I buy a $10 package that gives a ton of prizes and benefits and about a dime a day in gems. I've never spent money for non-physical items until this game, but I'm starting to see it as a complete waste of money. Casinos. I went to a casino in Reno, bought $40 in chips, played 8 games of $5 blackjack, lost every hand. So since I never won even once, I never felt the thrill of winning, but certainly felt the sting of losing $40 in a fairly short amount of time. I kept thinking that I just threw away a nice steak dinner. So I was never able to get addicted to gambling from this one experience. No endorphin rush from winning, but all the regret of losing. Cars. Get a car that costs 1 to 2 months of income at most. A car should have ABS and traction control, be mechanically sound, have good brakes, suspension, tires. A car that's 10 to 15 years old will have all of this. You don't need a recent VW or Lexus for a car to be safe. Buy cash, or, if you really can't, pay back that loan ASAP. If you bought cash, or if you finished paying the loan off, start saving money for the next one. For example, 80% of the now gone monthly payment. I see so many people complaining about the cost of living yet dumping 10 to 20% of their income on car credit for 48 months. That's insane and a waste of money. McDonald's. McDonald's is supposed to be the go there and get food fast and cheap. McDonald's is not fast nor is it cheap anymore. Someone online posted that in their area a Big Mac combo meal was $18. For $18, I can get a better meal at a sit-down restaurant, or I could go to Walmart, buy a nice steak and potato, and have a better meal at home. Why would I ever go through a McDonald's drive-thru again? It really is a huge waste of money. Apple products. New iPhones with very few new features for them, and even older compared to smartphones in general. Overpriced accessories due to the name. $60 cases that don't offer any drop protection. Keyboard cases costing $100 to $300, where Logitech and other brands work just as well for less. Apple used to be very high quality. That quality has dropped just like everywhere else now. Other cases are just as much too. If you get a quality one, I won't waste money on them anymore. Booze. Paying to poison yourself for fun. Rinse and repeat for years until you hopefully realize one day that you were never having fun at all and that the experiences you had were superficial and likely embarrassing. That isn't even touching on the fact that you are poisoning yourself on purpose, and every drink you have hurts the quality of your life going forward. Starbucks. Overpriced coffee. You can buy a bag of Starbucks coffee for less than $12, buy milk, cream syrups, and the like for about $20 total, and you have the same coffee at home. All of that will last for weeks and save you a lot of money. If you're worried about time, you can make your own coffee in the time that you wait in line to place your order and wait until your name is misspelled, mispronounced, after people who place their orders before you. Fast food. Another often overlooked aspect is the psychological and emotional benefits that accompany cooking at home. Preparing meals can be a therapeutic activity that fosters mindfulness and creativity. Studies suggest that cooking can enhance mood and reduce stress, helping people feel more connected to their food. On the contrary, frequent consumption of fast food can contribute to a sense of dissatisfaction. Eating quickly and on the go often encourages poor eating etiquette. Experiencing meals in a more leisurely environment can foster better digestion and a greater appreciation for food. Those who take the time to prepare meals tend to feel more fulfilled and satisfied. Developing a routine around cooking can also improve time management skills, which can be beneficial in other areas of life. Hair and nails. In my teens and early 20s, this was almost a necessity for me. Now, in my 30s, I look at friends my age complain about finances with their regularly highlighted hair or new nails, and it really bugs me because it's just an avoidable expense, which could be invested or used in any other more sensible way. Pension investment advice. I am currently studying the details of one of these charlatans who propose to give investment advice for pensions. His claim to make pensions bigger seems to be all based on cherry-picking data. Some people fall for it and end up paying 1% of their pension, which can easily add up to a third of their total pension by the time they die. So they get 2/3 and he gets 1/3. The second dumbest thing you can do in investing is guessing what stocks to invest in or when to sell or buy. The most dumb thing you can do is to pay someone to guess for you. Lottery tickets, premium versions of dating apps. Designer clothes that aren't necessarily made with any more quality than anything else, it just has a brand that you're paying for to advertise for them. I've never saw someone wearing Gucci or Louis Vuitton or anything and gone wow, I'm impressed with them. I also said really poor people who run literally committed crimes have authentic Gucci and Louis Vuitton on SUVs. Unless you have like 7 kids, there's no reason. Sure, I bet your driver's seat is really comfy and it has a bunch of cool amenities, etc., but is it really worth the gas mileage and the price of gas? In Los Angeles, most of the time when you see SUVs like those, they either have a little serial number that registers them as a taxi or a hired car, or it's a single mom at Costco with 0 other family members joining her. Skincare and beauty products, most of those are overpriced scams and you do not need that much products. This industry profits from unrealistic beauty standards and low self-esteem of people under the illusion of taking care of yourself and loving, accepting yourself, or as some sort of act of empowerment. Wash your face with water every morning and you'll be good. Natural skin flaws are fine. Food, like going to the supermarket buying something tasty, eating in 5 minutes later, and now it's gone L. All that money wasted for 1 minute of enjoyment. I'm talking stuff like donuts, chips, candy, chocolate, all that stuff. You buy it, you eat it, and then it's gone. When you wake up the next day, the only thing you did was harm your body and spend money. Pay to win video games. Also, skins for video games that do nothing but change the way you look. Taking the whole aspect of having to work for the good gear and being able to show off items that are hard to get has taken a lot of the fun out of most video games these days. DoorDash, it's fine to treat yourself every so often. But the people who do that stuff every day or multiple times a day are just throwing money down the drain. Cooking or making your own coffee really doesn't take that long and is so much cheaper. As a barista, coffee blows my mind. People are willing to pay nearly $8 with tax for a single 16 ounces drink. Specifically, this is a dirty chai with oat milk and 2 shots. Or $6.60 for a Red Bull Mixer Italian soda. Fuck outta here, y'all wild. We're one of the cheapest coffee shops around. Food. Eating out at restaurants. So much money can be saved by eating at home. You don't even have to be able to cook. Costco has so many easy-to-prepare meals. Go get their street tacos. Less than $20 to feed for 5 people versus $100 to go out to eat for the same family. Church or religion. I know too many people that have little money, yet manage to donate a thick envelope of cash to their local church organization. Also, luxury handbags and luggage. I get it if someone wants to be fancy and can afford it. But it's unfathomable to me to buy a purse that costs more than a mortgage payment. Luxury moisturizers, they do at best, exactly the same thing as a $12, 500 grams tub of glycerin-based moisturizer from the chemist. Bottled water has to be one of the greatest scams in modern history. Convincing people that tap water is somehow bad for you, while making you spend tons of extra money to buy that same tap water in plastic bottles. Actual insanity, easily one of the greatest contributors to the worldwide plastic crisis, if not the greatest. I knew a guy from my first college year who lived on bottled water because he thought tap water had harmful chemicals in it. It was insane how much plastic he went through. Jewelry. The majority of precious stones aren't expensive. A handful of companies control the majority of the diamond mines and use them to artificially inflate prices and manipulate the market to create a sense of prestige through jewelry. Credit card interest. Honestly, the rates these days are atrocious. You should do everything in your power to pay off your balance each month to avoid paying interest. Vape pens. Despite being marketed as a safer alternative to smoking, vape pens still pose health risks. The vapor contains harmful chemicals, including nicotine, which can lead to addiction and various health issues. While the initial purchase of a vape pen might seem reasonable, the ongoing costs for juice, coils, and other accessories can add up quickly. Over time, what seemed like a cheap alternative can turn into a drain on your wallet. Many vape pens deliver high levels of nicotine, which can lead to addiction. This dependence can be hard to break and may lead users back to cigarettes or other tobacco products. Honestly, just avoid them. One of the dumbest things people often waste money on is unnecessary subscription services they rarely use, like gym memberships, streaming platforms, or magazine subscriptions that go untouched. These recurring costs add up over time and often provide little to no value. Expensive haircuts. They can often feel like a splurge that promises a transformative experience, but there are numerous reasons why they may not be a wise purchase. First, the high price doesn't always correlate with better skill. A good haircut is more about the stylist's expertise and your hair type than the salon's price tag. You might find that a simple trim or routine style can be achieved just as well at more affordable places. Medical quackery like cleanses and herbal cures, useless supplements, they almost never work and are most likely designed to scam you.